Darn it. We seem to have a little technical issue here. Okay, let's see. Let's just get this fixed here. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's see here. Okay. Well, boy, howdy. Slightly less than ideal situation with technical issues here. YouTube is being a little weird, so thanks for bearing with me, everybody. Let's just get everything adjusted here. Welcome to the party. My name is Dr. Matt. I am the CHOQ Chief Scientific Officer, also known as CHOQTOR, and also lead formulator, resident herb and nutrition geek at CHOQ. And yeah, don't know what the deal is. Just kind of a little bit annoying, but there you have it. Say hello if you're here, and let's just make sure hopefully everybody is moving from the old one to the new one here. Yeah, don't know why YouTube is doing this. Very strange. So let's see, here we got Chalk Man, Marius, Muhammad. Somebody else has an interesting name, Deus Telagio. Very cool. Welcome, everybody. You guys ready to get chalked up? Ready to get your chalk on? Ready to get a chock full of information, as it were? Yeah. Oh, what's up, Mr. R? Are you gonna win your fourth prize today? So what's new with you guys? I feel like it's been forever since we've talked. Almost 24 hours. Actually, it's been 27 hours, something like that. No, 26. Yeah. Yesterday at 4:30. I can see already we're having a little bit better turnout here. Our Telegram channel has gotten quite a bit larger since its inception. It's already at, I think, 6,000 or 7,000, something like that. So yeah, and for those of y'all who don't know, I'm sure you probably do, but make sure you stick around and just keep this on at least in the background, because we will be doing some product giveaways in just a little bit. Going to be probably sticking to random number selector, I think, so that way we don't have anybody winning too much who's really good at trivia or something like that. But yeah, what do you guys, chock full of information? I like it. What do you guys have for me right now in terms of questions? Do you want to know about CHOQ products? Do you want to know about herbs, nutrients, healthy living topics? Let's see if I can find what's a good blog article to plug for you guys. Oh, I see the little glow on my face here of the iPad. Let's find a cool blog article of the day while you guys are loading up your questions. Feel free to ask me anything, as long as it's not medical in nature. I can't diagnose or treat or anything like that, obviously. But yeah, ask me whatever, This is your opportunity. Let's see here. So, oh yeah, here's a cool one. You guys might like this. Do you guys ever do earthing? Let me know in the chat if that's something that you are interested in. When's another blog article coming on the site? Actually, Jonathan just dropped one like today or yesterday. So there's a brand new one on there. But yeah, here's one I really like. 5 benefits of earthing. I wrote this one a while back. So it actually goes through some specific research on what earthing can do for you. It reduces pain and inflammation. Here's actually a really cool picture where it's thermal imaging showing that somebody's body actually has less inflammation according to these areas here. You can see before and after earthing, a lot of the heat went down. Better sleep. It's got research on it for sleep. It helps with your circadian rhythm. Reduce stress response, improved autonomic tone, decreased depression and anxiety. Earthing is amazing, and increased blood flow. So again, more of this thermal imaging, you can actually see where somebody before had really bad blood flow, right? Where, some of these areas weren't even showing up at all. And then it restored circulation. So yeah, but anyway, once again, this article, CHOQ.com/blog, just search for earthing, but it's called 5 Benefits of Earthing. And yeah, I can go ahead and just let me post that here in the just so y'all have it. Might as well. Let's post it in the chat here in case you want to check that out. That's a fun one though. Yeah, earthing is amazing. I mean, the crazier the world gets in terms of it just going completely nuts and it being a really stressful place to exist, the more we need techniques like this. Obviously, you want to make sure obviously you've got your ashwagandha. That's absolutely essential. Make sure you've got this in your system and other adaptogens that help with cortisol levels. Tomcat is also excellent for that. And of course, everyone's favorite, Shilajit, also a really important adaptogen for mood and all that, brain function. So, but yeah, other things other than adaptogens, earthing, really, really essential, I think, tool. I'll get some sun in my eyes. Let me just fix that real quick. Earthing is a really essential tool for grounding yourself literally, emotionally, and spiritually. So let's see here. Do you like tea for detoxification of the body? So Marius, what do you mean by tea exactly? Do you mean just like green tea or something like that? Or are you referring to some kind of herbal tea? Because if it's in the herbal tea realm, it could be, any one of hundreds of different herbs. But yeah, something like a green tea is not going to be the strongest thing for detoxification. How many CHOQ dailies can you take a day? Maximum is just what's on the label, just 2. We don't recommend any more than 2 CHOQ daily. But what I do recommend, we do certainly recommend pairing CHOQ daily with other synergistic CHOQ products, such as, so a really nice stack is going to be your CHOQ daily plus your CHOQ Tomcat 100. These stack really well, especially if you're a man looking for testosterone support. And then, of course, the ashwagandha on top of that as well. Really nice blend. Really nice combo there. So let's see here. Like plants and herbs. So Marius, if you're referring to, herbs that you would want to drink as a tea that are actually pleasant tasting, then we could limit it to that potentially. Not all herbs are going to make a great tea, but and you don't have to limit yourself to just tea. If you like to drink tea, then if you want to support healthy detox, then certainly you can drink milk thistle as a tea. You could drink dandelion as a tea. Those are excellent. Even something like Schisandra berry tea. Schisandra, it is an adaptogen that also does help with liver detoxification. Schisandra also helps you detoxify these nasty estrogens called xenoestrogens. I always like to teach people that word. If you don't know the word xenoestrogen, definitely something that should be on your radar. This is a big deal. With this glow from the iPad again. But yeah, xenoestrogen. Let me just pull it up just so you can see what I'm talking about. It's XENO estrogen right here. Xenoestrogens. They come from all sorts of stuff like plastics, especially plastics, but also they can be in your cosmetics. They can be in these nasty scents that when you get in your Uber car, your Uber driver has one of those stupid Christmas tree things that's giving off all sorts of toxic chemicals. Yeah, one of the reasons that I don't always like Uber or Lyft, because you're rolling the dice. Half of these cars at least I feel like have these obnoxious chemical scents in them, and they're awful. But yeah, so Schisandra, good for helping to detox bad estrogens, bad chemical estrogens. Yeah, Irish moss. Let's see. All right. Sun gazing minerals, DNA activation, ? Deus, if you could maybe just clarify that question just a little bit so I know more specifically what you're talking about. I guess, are you saying do sun gazing and minerals help to activate your DNA? Is that what you meant by that? What's up, Laura? Hello. Welcome. Yeah, we are live. And I'm happy to see that we're getting better turnouts now, even than we did just a week ago when we started. So this is awesome, So let's see here. Is CHOQ daily and Shilajit in one day overkill? Okay, I answered that one already. Yes, it is. You don't need to take Shilajit with CHOQ daily. What I would recommend is synergizing it with other products. Again, like, so if you've already got the 500 milligrams of Shilajit in your CHOQ daily, then just add your Tomcat, add your ashwagandha, add your Action 2.0, and then you've got a heck of a stack right there. Let's see here. Do Irish Moss and Tomcat stack well together? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. All the CHOQ products do. And Mohammed, if you tell me specifically what you're trying to accomplish, which areas you want to support, do you want to support energy, immune system, detox, etc., then I can build you a custom stack based on the best CHOQ products. Let's see here. Yes, Mohammed would be a good combo for women. Okay, let's see. That was somebody else. Laura says, do you see me? Do you mean, do I see you in the chat? Because yes, I definitely see you in the chat. Yeah. Welcome. Thanks for being here. All right. All right. I'm a dude, however, I'll recommend Irish and Tomcat to my female friends. Yeah, absolutely. Women can take Tomcat as well. And what's important to know is that, so, sometimes because some of these adaptogens we are marketing to men, so obviously we are, letting them know that they can be really excellent for testosterone support. But adaptogens do not necessarily, they're not going to just raise a woman's testosterone levels like crazy. That's not going to happen. So it's not the same as like, if you were shooting testosterone into your system. It's not like that at all for women. It's working through a completely different mechanism that is very homeostatic and working with your body's natural regulatory tendencies. So you don't have to worry if you're taking a Tomcat or an ashwagandha. You don't have to worry about all of a sudden just like growing chest hair and being like, hey, what's up, guys? So yeah, just FYI. Let's see here. Best combo for men, ask Z. Great question. And you know what? Since we're on the topic of testosterone, I want to do another blog plug here for a really cool one. While I'm kind of talking, I'm going to look this up. But so if you just type in testosterone into the blog page, you can pull up different articles that are based on testosterone, talk about it. And this one right here in the upper right-hand corner, or upper left-hand rather, the many faces of testosterone. I really like this one. This one's a lot of fun. If you want to learn a bunch about testosterone and what it does and doesn't do, then this is the article for you. So let me just also go ahead and post that in the chat here. But yeah, so let's see. Let's get back on track here. So I can actually answer your question properly. Okay, there we go. The many faces of testosterone. That's a fun one. Best combo for men. So I think really, if you want the ultimate men's stack, here it is. The ultimate men's stack. Daily. Action 2.0. Sorry, you don't need Shilajit. Tomcat, you can do 2 of these, so you get 2 bottles per month and take 200 milligrams, because Tomcat's the strongest thing we have for testosterone. Dose range is 100 to 400 milligrams a day, so if you buy 2 bottles a month, that's 200 milligrams per day. And then your ashwagandha right there. And then if you really want to go the extra mile, stack some armor on top of that to help with healthy inflammation response. Of course, you can also do your 7 Wonders as well. But those right there, that is an epic stack for testosterone support, if that's what you're looking to accomplish. Epic. So Mohammed says, I want to support focus, dopamine, secretion, energy, eyesight. Stack recommendation. Yeah, absolutely. So actually, a lot of what I just said does cover that. So, but a great place to start, the 3 I would absolutely recommend for sure are going to be these 3. Let's see if I can hold them all up at one time. So Mohammed says, focus, dopamine, energy. Well, eyesight we'll get to. We don't really have anything that's for eyesight, but action, daily, and ashwagandha. Sorry, I know it's a little awkward here, but these 3, action, daily, ashwagandha, this would be a good stack because your action going to be great for dopamine support. So is daily. Ashwagandha is going to be especially good for overall brain focus. It has a little bit of a calming effect. It can help to actually temper these a little bit, where they're going to be still plenty stimulating, but really get you sort of in that more Zen-like focus mode. But yeah, regarding eyesight, we don't have any products specifically for eyesight at the moment. I mean, I could certainly say that, would some of these help? Like I'd say maybe armor would be a good idea when it comes to eyesight, because of its ability to support healthy blood flow, and the microcirculation of the eyes is very, very important. So that makes total sense. And also it's really important for healthy inflammation response. This guy right here. So yeah. All right. I would like you to give benefits and details of sun gazing with minerals and activation of DNA. Yeah, I don't have any information on that, unfortunately. Sun gazing is not something I have done or studied, really. I know that there is an Indian man named Hirakand, I think they call him, full name Hira Ratan Manek. Apparently, he's like the sun gazing guru. He might be a good resource if you haven't studied his stuff already, but not really something that I have information on. Let's see here. I've been having leg cramps at night. Would that help? Earthing. Actually, yeah, I really believe so, Laura. And I'm not giving you medical advice and saying how to treat your leg cramps. I'm just saying, like, in general, if you want to support your whole body and support healthy inflammation response and things like that, doing stuff like earthing is probably a great bet, So, but yeah, earthing is awesome for 1,000,001 different things. Again, I can't, as far as like whether something's going to help a specific symptom, I have no comment on that, and I am legally not allowed to say that. But in general, yes, earthing is excellent. So if you want to try something like that and see if it just helps your overall well-being, then that's probably a great idea. Yeah, notice how I had to go into lawyer mode there for a second. Oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, Giga Chad mode. Yeah, totally. Hey, by the way, guys, this is officially our largest turnout so far, 16 concurrent viewers. Yeah, last time we hit 15. So I'm happy that, that even though we've been doing this for less than 2 weeks, we're increasing every single time. That's awesome. Would love to get up to 40, 50, 60, 100 viewers pretty soon. Definitely tell everybody on who used to be on Instagram, let them know, that this is where it's at now. And then also let everybody know on Telegram too. Let's see here. All right. I think I'm kind of almost all caught up. Stay boosted says mega testosterone boost. Yeah, for sure. That, CHOQ, if there's one thing that CHOQ's good at, it's boosting testosterone. We're good at a lot of things though, but certainly the original product was CHOQ Daily, and it is very strong for that. Even just daily by itself is a pretty powerful product, but when you start stacking it with these other ones, pretty amazing. Natalia says, I might have missed this, but what are the cacao beans good for? Yeah, well, so allow me to display. And by the way, make sure you stick around because we're going to start giving away prizes pretty soon. And one of the prizes is going to be the CHOQ heirloom cacao beans here, plus one of these lovely CHOQ t-shirts. These are organic cotton and made in America, and pretty premium, worth the money shirts. But yeah, so cacao beans, to get to your question. Cacao beans are a great source of things like magnesium, potassium. So they do have some nutritional value. They're also really high in antioxidants. So they are considered superfood by many. But as far as what they do for you, I mean, obviously anyone who's eaten chocolate knows that cacao makes you feel amazing, right? It's doing that through different pharmacological mechanisms. It's got phenylethylamine in it. Phenylethylamine is a dopamine precursor, also a precursor to adrenaline. It's also got cacao beans have compounds that work on your endocannabinoid system that actually help to reduce the breakdown of things like anandamide. So yeah, basically, just gives you a nice little boost in terms of that area. So there are, in a sense, there are phytocannabinoids, cannabinoid-like molecules or molecules that at least work on your brain's natural cannabinoid pathways in cacao beans. And that's one of the ways that they do make you feel good, obviously in a very, kind of subtle way. Right. But, yeah, and by the way, just so y'all know, many common herbs influence the endocannabinoid system, even in something as common as like rosemary. for example, has effects. Turmeric can have effects on the endocannabinoid system. So endo, inside, cannabinoid, cannabis, it's called the ECS. So if you want to get really nerdy and understand the hemp plant and how it works, how its compounds work, you can look up Ethan Russo, MD. That guy is awesome. Ethan Russo, he is like the cannabis doctor. He's the guy who, mega nerd about the hemp plant and also endocannabinoids and what they do for you. So if you want to learn more about that, he's a great resource. There's holy basil in here. I think holy basil might even actually have some effect on that as well, on that system. Yeah. Let's see here. Is the cacao sweet or bitter tasting? So, Aswana, to answer your question, also welcome back, Aswana. Noticed you on quite a few of these, so glad to see you here. So the question is, are these sweet or bitter? So this is a pure food. These are whole cacao beans, whole raw cacao beans. There's no sugar added. There's literally just one ingredient, organic cacao beans. That's it. Theobroma cacao, right? From Bolivia. So what that means is effectively, yes, bitter for sure. So if anyone's ever had cacao, unmitigated cacao with no honey or sugar or anything like that, cacao is quite a bitter food. Yes. A few months ago, I was hanging out with my mom and I had some of these, and she was like, "Oh, I'd like to try some," because my mom obviously likes chocolate. Who doesn't? If you don't like chocolate, that's just wrong. Yeah. Are you even a human being? But anyway, so the look on her face when she chewed these, she's not into bitter. Some people love bitter. My mother is not a person who likes the bitter flavor. So she was like, oh, she was expecting something sweet. But what I do recommend is putting these in your smoothies with some banana, some mango, maybe some honey or maple syrup. Delicious. You can also brew this just like coffee. You can grind it up coarsely in a coffee grinder, and then you can actually put it just in a French press, brew it for 5 minutes or so, 175. So yeah, so you do want to add, if you don't like bitter and you're doing some cacao type stuff, you definitely want to add something sweet, or else you're going to have a bad time. But some people love bitter, Depends on the person. We have different tolerances for bitter for sure, and some cultures also, their cuisine, is less sweet. In America, we like really sweet stuff, so we tend to tolerate bitter not very well in the United States. Speaking of which, I'm curious, are any of you guys from outside the U.S.? I'm just curious if we have people from all over the world in here, and just kind of cool to see. Let's see here. So I remember seeing that one of your products were removed was named. Okay, so yeah, Apex glutathione. We had to reformulate to answer your question. So this one's going to be coming back out in a couple months. I reformulated it. We had to take the NAC out because the FDA is being weird. Let's see. Is it going to focus on here? Yeah. The FDA is being weird. They said we can't use NAC anymore. NAC is a really powerful, amazing detoxification and immune support nutrient. But they said we're not allowed to use it anymore. So we had to take something else out. Or we had to put something else in rather, which is organic milk thistle. I also added some high absorption ginkgo to this one. So this is going to be a really awesome, basically going to be like nootropic. It's going to have more brain boosting effects. It's going to make any CHOQ stack that you want to have nice focus with a really big deal. So anyway, that's the one, and it'll be back out in a couple months. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, Aswana, that's an interesting point there. Unfortunately, so there's certain things I can't talk about on these mainstream channels. You know what I mean? I wish I could though. Let's see. Stay Boosted says most people are genetically modified to crave not real food but like a Kit Kat. Yeah, totally. Our palates are all screwed up. Reading a really cool audiobook. Well, I guess I'm listening to a really cool audiobook right now. And I'll go ahead and plug this because I love these guys. If you guys don't listen to Brett Weinstein, and his wife, Heather Hying, they're amazing. They're PhD biologists. Check out their YouTube channel. Just type in Brett Weinstein, BrettWeinstein. His stuff is awesome. And in his and his wife's new book called A Hunter-Gatherer's Guide to the 21st Century, they're talking about the ways that our palates are being messed. Well, in a sense, so we've evolved to favor certain flavors. So in the wild, thousands of years ago, right, when you had to actually hunt or gather, when we were still hunting and gathering before we started farming, certain foods were like a really big deal when it comes to your survival, right? So fat, something that's really calorically dense, like high in fat, or high in really dense in protein, which is the umami flavor, especially like meat, or salt. Those things are all harder to get. And so companies, when they're creating these Franken products that are total garbage, what they're doing is they're hacking our brains in a sense. They're basically like, okay, how do we take advantage of the ways that your brains are already programmed to respond like very powerfully to sugar, fat, salt, umami, certain flavors, right, and textures. And so our brains are kind of being hacked, and our palates, which evolved to help us survive, are now being used to kill us in a sense, right? Slowly kill us. Yeah. So, but anyway, super cool book, Hunter-Gatherer's Guide to the 21st Century. You know what? I'll just go ahead and I'll just paste it right here. Let me just paste the link in the chat. It's really awesome. Highly recommended. Brett and Heather are fantastic. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug their YouTube channel too, because why the heck not? They're doing great work. There's a particular topic that I am not allowed to talk about. And let's just say they actually do some good work there. They have had to take their channel was, let me put this away. Their channel was demonetized because they talked about certain things. They're both PhD level biologists. They're very, very scientifically educated and very reasonable people. They're not extremists. They're not fundamentalists. They're very reasonable, but they also don't listen to the propaganda and they speak their minds. So their channel was demonetized. So there's certain things that they can't talk about on YouTube anymore. So you have to go to one of their free streaming platforms. And by free, I mean freedom, not free as in, but anyway, but they're awesome. Definitely check those guys out. Brett and Heather are fantastic. Their book's great. I love everything they do. And, I also feel good about plugging them because, their channel got demonetized. So, and as you all know, our Instagram got taken down. So stuff's just getting crazier and crazier. And also just speaking of which, make sure you guys, if you can, please share, tell everybody, we're going to be doing these. I'm doing them every single weekday, 5 days a week. And we'll be doing giveaways every single time. Also, if you want, there is let me just show you here real quick. You can use this little shortcut link. This one right here. It's a bit.ly link. It's bit.ly/CHOQTOR, all caps. It does need to be all caps, I've noticed. And when you click on that, it will always take you to the next YouTube video that's going to be released. So here, let me just get a little more light here since it's getting darker. But yeah, and so you can always share that link with people, and it'll take you to the next one. It'll tell you when the next one is that's scheduled. But yeah. So definitely make sure to like, subscribe, share, and we are really, really investing in, in our YouTube presence now. And then also, of course, there's the Telegram channel too. So now we're up to 23 concurrent viewers. That's awesome. I feel like celebrating. And what better way to celebrate than with a, drum roll, prize giveaway. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let me whip out my random number generator here. Let's just see. All right. I don't know why I had to do that drum roll sound effect. Okay, so right now, everybody give me a number between 1 and 100 in the chat and try to do it pretty quickly so we don't have to wait for a super long time. At a certain point, I will call it. So I'm going to have a random number generator generate a number between 1 and 100, and whoever's closest wins any CHOQ product they want. One free CHOQ product. Mr. R, if you win again, that's just going to be nuts. Well, I see Stay Boosted went with a 2 there. Interesting. Okay. Is this like Price is Right? Rules. All right, let's see. Do we have our results in? Everybody in? Oh, wow. This is going to get hard to do with lots of people. Okay. Oh, wow. That's crazy. The number is 56. Danny B guessed it exactly correct. Wow. Okay. There you go, Danny B. You must be psychic. Danny B, you are our obvious winner. So, yeah. That's everybody give Danny B a round of applause. Great job, Danny B. Excellent work. So, Danny B, you just won any free CHOQ product. I always suggest get one of the expensive ones if you want, but get whatever you want. Just email CHOQ@CHOQ.com and say, Dr. Matt says that I won prize number 1. Prize number 1 is just code for any CHOQ product. And prize number 2, which we will be doing in just a little bit here, is, as a lot of y'all know who are our regulars now, one of these guys, a pound of these delicious organic heirloom cacao beans, and a CHOQ t-shirt, either this color or the gold color, long or short sleeve, any size you like, organic cotton shirt. But yeah, so prize number 2 will be coming up in just a bit here after we mess around some more. But yeah, excellent work, Danny B. I got used to saying Mr. R since you won so many times. Let's see, any other interesting, have I come across Andrew Kaufman? That name sounds familiar, but I don't remember exactly what he's about. He might be, if he's the one who has to do with that word that starts with a C and rhymes with Provid, then definitely something I'm not allowed to talk about. But definitely offline, I could check it out. Laura says she's going to take a long walk on the beach. Highly recommended. If you live near a beach, I'm definitely jealous. That's awesome. Laura grinds the beans and steeps them, then strains and adds coconut creamer with mushrooms. Awesome. Nice. That's fantastic. Yeah. When you do an extraction on any herb, whether that herb is whatever part of it, whether it's the leaf of an herb, the root of an herb, whether it's the fruit of an herb, right? A seed, anything like that, seed pod fruit. When you're doing a hot water extraction, which is basically what you're doing when you're brewing, it's actually an extraction technique, then it increases the efficiency significantly. And by efficiency, I mean, in a sense, bioavailability. You're going to get more effects with less plant material a lot of the time because it's easier for your body to absorb something that's already been extracted out into liquid, right? Think about the particle size. General rule of bioavailability, the smaller the particle size, the easier it is for your body to absorb and to process. So that being the case, I do like to mention that Shilajit right here, one of the reasons that our Shilajit is going to be superior to a tar in the jar type of Shilajit, as I've mentioned before, this is not a regular Shilajit. This is a Shilajit extract. It's a 4-to-1 extract. So 1 gram of this is equivalent to 4 grams of raw, unprocessed Shilajit. But it's also been clinically studied, 8 different studies showing its effects on things like testosterone, overall vitality, also collagen synthesis, things like that, right? Think about the difference between a thick tar, right, and then a powder. This is a powder in a capsule, very small particle size. The smaller the particle size, the better the bioavailability. So much easier for your system to absorb a powdered Shilajit extract than a tar. So that's something I always like to mention there. Do I see repeat people joining? I want to join you daily, but I'm in the UK. Calm Within. Yeah, absolutely. We've had a lot of regulars so far. Let me just give a shout out to our regulars here. Laura, Mr. R, If I forget anybody, I'm sorry. But Laura, Mr. R, I've seen you guys a whole bunch. It's Juana, I've seen you on a bunch of these. Stay Boosted, I've seen you, but you've been showing up a lot lately, which is awesome. By the way, Stay Boosted he makes really cool content. Really cool dude. Definitely check him out. Let's Stay Boosted. Let me know if you want me to plug any of your stuff. I'm happy to if you'd like, because you're awesome. And CHOQ likes us some Stay Boosted. We're fans. We're fans. Let's just put it that way. And got some. Hopefully, we'll work on some cool projects with you in the future. Let's see what else we got here. For some reason, I seem to be lagging behind. Oh, okay. Well, sorry about that, Laura. That sucks. Mr. R said something about convid. It's a funny word, convid. So would you recommend to daily or action? I'm looking for maximum testosterone support. So daily is a testosterone support product. Absolutely. Action, however, is not going to be so much for testosterone as it is for energy, mood. Oh, sorry, energy, mood, focus, and blood flow. Some of the ingredients in here. See if you can actually see here. The rodeo life, or sorry, the for blood flow, the beet extract in here. Excellent for blood flow, boost nitric oxide. Capros, amla fruit, organic, boost nitric oxide. And then these grapeseed extracts, amazing for blood flow. S7 also boosts blood flow 230%. So, obviously blood flow is important for a lot of different reasons, but a lot of people don't know nitric oxide, anything that boosts nitric oxide is really important for your immune system. There are certain things I could say about nitric oxide on a scientific level that are true, but are not technically legally compliant for me to say as someone who works for a supplements company. But if you do your own research on nitric oxide, you will see in more detail what that molecule is capable of doing. So in a sense, actually, action is also great for your immune system in the sense that it boosts nitric oxide. Anything that boosts nitric oxide is super helpful for immunity. So yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. The questions, multivitamins. So I'm not going to recommend, I can't really recommend any products that aren't CHOQ in terms of supplements. And unfortunately, CHOQ does not sell multivitamins yet. But if you're looking for a multivitamin, you might want to avoid certain things. So there's a video on 5 ingredients to avoid. That's actually on our channel. And let me find it for you really fast here. So I can just copy and paste it for you. It's a kind of a silly video that I made a while back. But it's really good. It's called When to Throw a Supplement in the Trash, and red flag vitamins and minerals to avoid at all costs. Some of these are toxic. Some of these are just poor bioavailability, but they're generally, if your multivitamin contains any of these 5, then it's a pretty trashy multivitamin. And I'll just show you guys a little preview of it right now, just for fun here. Let's see, CHOQ. Let's see if I can find this for you.
So important.
Well, you know what? I don't want to spend all my time looking at my iPad, but that's a great video. Make sure you avoid, the ones that are in there: folic acid, cyanocobalamin, zinc oxide, magnesium oxide, and then DL-alpha tocopherol. But it's all in the video. We've got another couple videos on our YouTube also about supplements quality. So definitely got to educate yourself. Most multivitamins are absolute garbage. I'd say 80% of them are total trash. And certainly anything you buy in a big box store, beware. In a mainstream drugstore or in a big box type store, there are a few brands that they sell now that are somewhat decent, but the vast majority of the brands that are in there are total trash. So if you go over to your dad or mom or grandma or grandpa's house or something, and they've got stuff from one of these big box stores, that's when they might want to go in the trash. Let's see what else we got here. Would you put Shilajit under the tongue? Well, you're welcome to do it however you'd like. It's not the best tasting. So, but sure, totally up to you how you'd like to do that. We recommend specifically though, just taking it as a capsule. How many 7 Wonders caps would you recommend for max benefit? 7 Wonders does not have a specific upper limit. So you can really take as much as you want. So if you wanted to buy 4 bottles a month and take 4 caps a day, you absolutely could do that. No problem. So somewhere around 4 or 5 caps a day would be really, really solid. And if you're trying to do short-term immune support that's really intensive, that would make a lot of sense. All right, let's see here. Anything good? Okay. I got 2 Shilajit and 271 for me. Okay, all right. Are CHOQ the only supplements I take? No, I take lots of other supplements. I take quite a few, and unfortunately, CHOQ does not have a full line yet. So I definitely take other supplements. Some of the other supplements I take zinc, I take vitamin C, I take cat's claw, lemon balm. I like to do a lot of daily immune support for obvious reasons, right? So the cat's claw is an essential one in there. I take magnesium taurate, which is one of the best forms of magnesium. I'll spell it out for you guys. Magnesium taurate. That's an excellent one. I like to take inositol at night. That one's helpful for calming the nervous system down, but also does other things for you on a cellular metabolism level. I take quite a few herbs just off and on here and there. I do like CBD sometimes, especially if I just need to chill at night. CBD is great. Any plans to create a CHOQ multivitamin? Yeah, I'd say that's very likely at some point we will be doing that. Yeah. Got my care package today. Thank you, CHOQ. Awesome. Very cool. Okay. The logo and bottle looks very nice. Nice. Glad you like it. Yeah. I really love these new labels. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm actually the CHOQ graphic designer for the labels. So I happen to just know graphic design. So yeah, but the new labels I think are great. I'm a really big fan, and I can't wait till the whole line is all in the new style. Big fan. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Laura, looks like you're having a little bit of technical difficulties there, huh? What kind of vitamin C do I take? So vitamin C, if money were no object, I would probably take a liposomal vitamin C, but it gets kind of expensive. I prefer ester C. So it's going to be a buffered form of vitamin C. It's not regular ascorbic acid. It's going to be a combination of different minerals with ascorbic acid, and then it also has bioflavonoids added to it. So when you do that, it makes it pH neutral. Yeah. Now, there are some people who are down on ascorbic acid, saying anything with ascorbic acid in it is bad. It's absolutely false. If you want to get your vitamin C levels up, definitely get it from food as well. But no, ascorbic acid is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. The problem is that if it's not pH buffered, then certainly, can be rough on the stomach. And then obviously you can get ascorbic acid from different places too. So, if you want to try to find one that's a guaranteed non-GMO source, that could be important as well. Will CHOQ be dropping new products? Yeah, absolutely. We do have one that we'll be dropping at least one new product before the end of the year. And we will also be re-releasing Apex Glutathione, formulated actually even better. Got the new Apex Glutathione is awesome. The old one was awesome, but this one's, since we had to take the NAC out, I figured I'd pop the hood and see what else I could do to improve it. So let's see here. Okay. So yeah, CHOQ CBD, probably not. CBD is still in a weird kind of legal gray area. Anything's possible, but the CBD market is also completely flooded. And it's just like, do we really need another CBD company? There's like 13 trillion CBD companies right now, I believe we should only inhale oxygen, but nothing against eating is edible. Let's see. We have a subscription. Do we need to make a new one for Apex? So that's a question for CHOQ@CHOQ.com. I'm not sure how they're going to want to do that. But definitely Menolite V, email CHOQ@CHOQ.com, and they will tell you. So, I think it might be time to give away our second product, or our second prize rather. So let's do it again. Once again, this prize number 2 is one of these guys here, and also an organic cotton CHOQ t-shirt. So in the chat. Once again, one more time, any number between 1 and 100. See if you can use your Shilajit psychic powers from all the Shilajit you've been taking, obviously, your psychic powers to try to divine what this random number generator is going to generate. Because the number is not generated yet, but if you really focus, maybe you could influence my computer remotely. Who knows? These are your Jedi psychic powers. Let's see what we got. Okay, going once, going twice. Remember, only one entry per person. Okay. 54 is the number this time. Who is closest to 54? Let's see. So we have a 47. That's only 7 away from 54. Muhammad. I believe that means Muhammad is the winner. Yeah. All right. Excellent work, Muhammad. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Are you, Muhammad, do you feel psychic? Do you take Shilajit? If not, maybe start, or maybe you don't need it. Maybe you're already plenty psychic. LOL. But anyways, yes, Muhammad, you are our winner. And let's once again, let's give him a round of applause. Yep, Muhammad, you are the winner. So Muhammad Getty, prize number 2, just email CHOQ@CHOQ.com, say Dr. Matt says that I won prize number 2, and then they will ask you what style you want. And if you want to, you can go here. Let me just give you to make it extra easy, I'll give you the link to the CHOQ t-shirt page. So step number 1 is you'll want to pick out the style, color, and size that you want using our t-shirt page. And there we go. Just go right there to the shirts and then figure out which one you want, and then email CHOQ@CHOQ.com, say I got prize number 2, and they'll send you your bag of heirloom cacao beans and your shirt. Yeah. These shirts are actually really comfortable, by the way. They're like super soft. The material is really way, way higher quality on these shirts than a regular shirt. These are not like a regular t-shirt, not the kind that just like feels kind of crappy and falls apart. So yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, I think it's about time for me to call it. We had a really good turnout tonight. I'm wondering it's because it's a little bit later than, during the day. So I might do some more of these. I'm going to kind of mix it up. We'll do some during the day, some at night. But I will schedule the next one right after this video. And so come back to our YouTube and check out anytime, check out all of these that will be stored on there, of course, and then check out the schedule that has the next one on there. So yeah. Tell it to Mr. R, my friend Zion. He's won more than I have. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. This was awesome. Glad our turnout is increasing. Tell everybody, tell all your people about it. Of course, check out our Telegram if that's what you're into. Yeah, tell everybody about it, and we'll be back soon. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Much love, and definitely let's go ahead and stay human.